Alright. Yes, okay, I'm recording. I want to promote this guy. He has more subscribers than me. He has hundreds of thousands of views. But if there's even one person that hasn't heard of Roy Zimmerman, this guy is a hero, and I want you to have heard of him. So here is, I think, my favorite song about him. But the thing is, he does progressive activist songs. They're comedic. Some of them have a lot of topics. A lot of talking. He he uses different genres of music. You might not like all of them. This might not be your favorite one, but I think this is a really good one, and I would like to promote this guy. If just one person hasn't heard of him, Roy Zimmerman, I think he's a hero, basically. And when you listen to his songs, including the ones that might not suit you musically, you will learn facts you can look up and learn about things. I have been pleasantly surprised to learn things about subjects that I already knew a great deal about. So here's one of my favorites of his.
And if you're two consenting adults,
and I hope you won't mind.
And which of us isn't?
Hopefully fair use and promotion of him.
It's nobody's business who you love, right? Nobody's business who you love, where you love, what equipment you might use. It's interesting, but it's nobody's business. Actually, the equipment is somebody's business. And yet the traditional values people are all upset over homosexuality in the workplace, in the movies, in the Boy Scouts. And they should just realize that homosexuality in the Boy Scouts is a tradition. Get behind it. Every time we think about same-sex marriage, it makes us sick to our guts. I mean, to people who want to commit to a stable, monogamous, lifelong relationship, what are they, nuts? It's unnatural. Now, a man should not lie with a person who is a guy. He should only lie to his wife. The Bible is clear. We're defenders of marriage in three-button suits. We'll raise our double standard and see who salutes. Defenders of marriage, defending the institution against people who want to get married. Every time we think about same-sex parents, oh my gosh, we exclaim. I mean, to people who want to provide a protective and nurturing family environment, have they no shame? So deviant. It's the Lord's holy word, as my second wife said to my third, that a family's based on obligation and fear. We're defenders of marriage, connubial narcs, ever vigilant and patriotic patriarchs. Defenders of marriage, defending the institution against people who want to get married. One summer evening when my woman was doing laundry, I shared a six-pack with an old John Bircher, and oh so wisely he imparted an ancient quandary to ponder. He said it's nature versus legislature. Are people born gay, or do they turn gay just to piss off Dick Armey? We're an army of dicks with a militant stance. Let's get the government out of our lives and into our pants. Defenders of marriage, defending the institution against people who want to get married and have their insurance carried and be beneficiaried and be next to the ones they love when they are buried. It's the Lord's holy.
Okay, so now the people that came to see this could be called slacktivists, right? They just came to be entertained. Now, I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to be entertained with political humor. I think it's a fantastic thing. And those that don't take it any further and become politically active, I still think it's a fantastic thing. Now, this guy's Roy Zimmerman. I will put a link to this video, and you can get to his channel through that if you don't know about him. But the people that only want to be politically, entertained with political humor, I still think that's a good thing, and I think it's inevitable that some people won't. Now, this guy, a lot of his songs, maybe you won't like the genre, the music he chose, or whatever. Still, it's full of facts. He has a great song called Ted Haggard is completely heterosexual. And it's really good. He goes through how Leviticus says things against homosexuals, but also how you shouldn't trim your beard, and then what does Jesus have to say about being gay? Nothing. And these little facts I've found from watching him, that even when I know, seemingly a lot about some subject, that he usually has facts like that. He's very intelligent, and he'll have facts that you can look up, and it'll be like, yeah, oh, that's interesting. Let me double check that. And they turn out true. And it's very educational music. And, I think it does relate to this slacktivist issue, because if people want to be entertained with political humor, then, more power to them. That's a good thing. It's not a bad thing to attack. The rally to restore sanity, therefore, I don't think anybody can really object to that. The rally to restore sanity, the objections to that, therefore, are suspect. People that think that they have gone beyond the bounds of sanity, don't, want to be criticized for it. The ironic thing is that many of those have not gone beyond the bounds of sanity, and they're basically defending the Fox News approach, which is a shill organization, which is going beyond the bounds of sanity, implicitly by the fact that they want to defend themselves, and they think they've gone beyond. Now, many of these progressives have not actually gone beyond the bounds of sanity, and I'm fed up with it and I won't take it anymore statement is actually justified. But some of them haven't, and it's very difficult once you praise somebody that's gone beyond the lines, but you're not going beyond the lines. You get in this complicated conflict of interest. An example of someone gone beyond the lines is Marcos Moulitsas of the Daily Kos. He's come out with a book called American Taliban. And it's ridiculous. Not that there aren't some similarities, but just like liberal fascists, it's beyond the pale. It's an unnecessary, beyond the pale destruction and collaboration with the destruction of our national dialect. But anyway, the point is, no, over there, Roy Zimmerman. This guy is awesome. He's the closest thing we're going to have to Woody Guthrie. Maybe better. Cheers. Well, he'd probably object because, come on, Woody Guthrie is like a god. But seriously, this guy's great. Check out his channel, Roy Zimmerman, and buy his albums. I don't think it'll make him a shill or anything like that. So, yeah, I just felt that, because I spent a lot of time tonight, watching a couple hours of watching his songs, some of them over and over. This one is a great one. He has a lot of really good ones. I like Jerry Falwell's God, and I don't know. There's probably a half dozen of his songs that I actually like as songs, and then every single one of his songs I think is worth listening to. Very insightful, incredible political thinker, and thank God he's willing to put it into political humor. A tradition that America has been pretty good at, if only in its subculture. All right, cheers. It'll take me a second to stop the actual video. Okay.